For years, Apple seemed invincible, its premium products flying off shelves worldwide. China, with its massive consumer base, was a crown jewel. But lately, cracks appeared. Chinese consumers, bombarded with cheaper, high-quality alternatives, seemed less enchanted by Apple's premium pricing. Sales dipped, and alarm bells rang. Then, a surprise move. Apple, known for its unwavering commitment to high margins, blinked. It slashed prices in China, offering unprecedented discounts on its flagship iPhones. The result? A dramatic sales rebound. Clearly, something had shifted. Apple, it seems, had recognized the need to adapt to the changing dynamics of the Chinese market. This strategic shift signals a potential turning point, not just for Apple's fortunes in China, but for the global tech landscape. Several factors drove Apple's strategic pivot. First, the Chinese economy, though still robust, has shown signs of slowing. Consumers, feeling the pinch, are more price-sensitive than before. This economic reality forced Apple to rethink its premium-only approach. Second, Chinese tech giants like Huawei, Xiaomi, and Oppo have upped their game. They offer feature-packed phones at competitive prices, directly challenging Apple's dominance in the high-end segment. This domestic competition put pressure on Apple to become more price competitive. Third, Chinese consumers known for their tech savviness are increasingly discerning. They demand value for money, and flashy brands alone no longer guarantee loyalty. Apple, recognizing this shift, realized it needed to offer more than just a premium image to win over Chinese consumers. Apple's price cuts, while a departure from its traditional strategy, appear to be a calculated gamble. By lowering the entry barrier for price-sensitive consumers, Apple aims to expand its user base in China. This, in turn, could drive revenue from its services ecosystem, a key growth area for the company. Moreover, lower prices could help Apple regain lost market share and fend off competition from local rivals. By making its products more accessible, Apple can attract a wider range of consumers, including those who previously found its offerings too expensive. However, this strategy carries risks. Lower prices could erode Apple's premium brand image, making it harder to justify high prices in the future. It also remains to be seen whether this move will be enough to fend off the relentless competition from Chinese rivals. While the iPhone remains central to Apple's strategy, the company is increasingly emphasizing its services ecosystem. This includes the App Store, Apple Music, iCloud, and Apple Pay. By attracting more users through lower iPhone prices, Apple can drive adoption and revenue from these services. The Chinese market is particularly promising for Apple's services ambitions. With a vast and digitally connected population, China offers significant growth potential. Apple's focus on services aligns with the broader trend of mobile internet usage and digital content consumption in China. Furthermore, Apple's services ecosystem provides a competitive advantage over its rivals. Its seamless integration with Apple devices, along with its focus on privacy and security, appeals to many consumers. This ecosystem play could prove crucial for Apple's long-term success in China. Apple's price cuts come amidst intensifying competition from Chinese smartphone makers. Huawei, Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo have all made significant inroads in the Chinese market, offering feature-rich phones at various price points. These companies have successfully capitalized on local market knowledge and consumer preferences. They have also invested heavily in research and development, rapidly innovating in areas like camera technology, battery life, and fast charging. This has put pressure on Apple to maintain its technological edge. Moreover, Chinese brands benefit from strong government support and a growing sense of national pride among consumers. This has made it increasingly challenging for foreign brands like Apple to compete on a level playing field. Apple's strategic shift in China has sent ripples throughout the global tech industry. It serves as a reminder that even the most dominant players must adapt to changing market dynamics. Other tech giants facing similar challenges in key markets are likely watching Apple's moves closely. The Chinese market, with its scale and influence, is often a bellwether for global trends. Apple's willingness to adjust its pricing strategy suggests that other companies may need to follow suit. This could lead to a more competitive landscape, with companies vying for consumers' attention through a combination of innovation, features, and price. Furthermore, Apple's experience highlights the growing importance of emerging markets like China. As these markets mature and their consumers become more sophisticated, companies will need to develop tailored strategies to succeed. Ignoring these shifts could prove costly. Whether Apple's strategic price cuts will be a long-term success remains to be seen. The Chinese market is notoriously dynamic, and consumer preferences can change rapidly. Apple will need to continue to innovate and adapt to stay ahead of the curve. The outcome of this strategic shift will depend on several factors, including the response of Chinese consumers, the competitive landscape, and the overall health of the Chinese economy. It will also be interesting to see how Apple balances its premium brand image with the need to be price competitive. One thing is certain, the battle for the hearts and wallets of Chinese consumers is far from over. Apple's recent moves are just the latest chapter in a long and fascinating story. As the Chinese tech market continues to evolve, so too will Apple's strategy. The company's willingness to adapt suggests that it is committed to winning in this crucial market. However, it faces significant challenges from local rivals and an increasingly discerning consumer base. The coming months will be crucial for Apple in China. Its ability to navigate these challenges will have implications not just for its own fortunes, but for the global tech landscape as a whole. Stay tuned as this story is far from over.